Okay, hello, we are back, and right now we are going to be turning the tables, and we are talking to Robin Gagnon of We Sell Restaurants, minus your other half.
Exactly. It's a wonderful day, and he's playing in a golf tournament.
Oh, I was looking at Eric's not here, and you go, it's wonderful.
We won't let him listen to this segment.
But then she kept talking. All right, well, you are here today, and you brought a special guest with you, and I want you to share the reason why.
Okay, well, I brought a really well-known individual in the writing community here in Atlanta, Noel Greasy. He's the author of 17 books and numerous articles, but the reason he's so special to us is that he is heading up seminars called Authorship 101 and 201 at the Spring Book Show.
I know, I read about that, and your book, by the way,
Appetite for Acquisition, the We Sell Restaurants Guide to Buying a Restaurant.
Which you wrote.
Yes.
Unbelievable. So here you are, and you've talked about it on the show, and you're all online about it and everything, but you wrote this amazing book, almost like the Bible for if you're wanting to buy or sell a restaurant. Anybody out there? And now, did you ever have any training for writing?
Well, outside of an undergraduate degree in communications and a minor in English and just, basic writing I had to do for my MBA program, no training in like how to write a book. I don't know, Noel, is there any training for writing a book?
Hi, Noel.
Yes, there's lots of training, and Authorship 101, 201 is a good place to start. Then there are the creative writing programs at the various colleges and universities around. And there are some really advanced programs at universities like Syracuse.
How advanced is our Robin?
Oh, I'd say she's quite advanced.
I do too. I've read the book. I'm like, wow.
She's finished the book and done well.
No, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was just going to say, one of the things that I did actually was just do it by intuition, not knowing what I was doing, and Noel was right. Just having resources out there is so important. So one of our topic we're going to actually talk about is, how do you write a nonfiction book? How do you get started? How do you pitch it? Who do you sell it to? And that type of thing. But there are going to be other authors there talking about all kinds of other things, right?
That's right.
Like what?
It's really the complete gamut of writing, from the very first concept through outlining, through writing, getting help from other editors, possibly ghostwriters, on into finding agents and finding a publisher for your work, or learning how to self-publish it. And more authors are self-publishing. There's about 1 million new titles being produced in the United States per year.
1 million?
Right now. That's right.
Oh,
of which 250,000 come from conventional houses, 250,000 are self-published, and the others are reprints of stuff that's out of copyright.
That is so fascinating. I did not know that. Now, what is your relationship together here?
We could go either way.
There's a pause right there for a second.
For Authorship 101, 201, and we're both members of a number of writing fraternities in Atlanta, like the Georgia Writers Association and Atlanta Writers Association.
It becomes very, once you start writing, it becomes very sort of, I don't want to say cliquey, but it becomes a very small world. You begin to see the same names and the same people over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I've never written a book, but I used to write poetry a lot, and I actually had some published.
Yes, and the event is next weekend, Donna.
Right.
So Eric and I will be doing our discussion. We'll also be doing a book signing. We'll be selling books, and people that are interested can come to the Cobb Galleria. It starts on March 25th, runs through the 27th, and the seminars are Friday and Saturday.
The 25th and 26th, and we have 20 excellent faculty members who are doing the teaching.
Now, Robin, can you remind some of the listeners, or maybe if they're just listening for the first time today, what exactly is your book? Where can they find it? Tell us a little. Go ahead and plug your book here, because it's fascinating.
Well, this book is a labor of love, and it really came out of all the articles that we would write for buyers and all the information on our website about how to buy a restaurant. And people, it was like a sponge. People would soak it up, and they wanted more and more and more. So finally I said, you know what, we should just put this into a book. And that's how it came about. So, we would always tell people, we sell restaurants. Now we can say we wrote the book on selling restaurants.
Yes, you can literally say that.
Absolutely. So it's from start to finish, everything you would need to know to get into this industry and really be able to do it in a way that you felt like you covered all your bases, you weren't being taken advantage of, you could present yourself in a confident and a professional manner when you're talking to the landlord or talking with a broker about about buying a restaurant. So it's really, how to buy a restaurant from A to Z.
And some of the things that we've learned here on the show through you, I mean, I would never know. And now there's actually a book that you can go and has all of this information in it. It's incredible what you've done.
Some of the chapters, we've talked about this on the show, Donna. People who don't know, but the landlord is not your friend when you're negotiating a lease, and you need someone on your side. And that there's an art to the deal of negotiating or writing that contract, and even things like the fundamentals of restaurant valuation. I mean, you don't have to have an MBA in finance to be able to understand what a restaurant is worth and why it is worth that much, and even how to finance it. And I think some of the most important things that we talk about is that, you have a passion for this industry. Our listeners that are joining us every single week, they have a passion for the food industry. They love it, and they want to know more about it. And how do you make sure that that passion really leads to you being in the lifestyle of owning a restaurant? So there's actually an assessment tool that you can put yourself through in this book to help you understand for yourself and for your family. Is this the right move? Because, you may
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Absolutely, because if you may find the perfect restaurant for sale online, but if it's open until 4:00 in the morning, and you have 2 kids under the age of 3, that's really not a fit for your lifestyle.
Or a sports bar, not exactly the right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got to understand what you're about and what you want. And we hope to put people through that exercise, because you can buy a $25 book. And you asked me this question. I forgot to answer it, by the way.
We do that.
Yes. You can buy it online from us currently at our website. You can come by our office at 101 Centennial Olympic Park Drive and buy it. It will be a national release. We're in what's called pre-release now. So it's available from our publisher. You can download it as a Kindle, as an iPhone book, all those things right now. And you can also buy it direct from the publisher. If you want a signed copy, come by our office and we can get you one. But then we go into what's called national release on April 26th. And then it will go into the bookstores and on Amazon.
That is so great.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
It is.
I mean, how many people actually get to have their book in huge stores like that? I mean, Noel?
Not very many. The amount of shelf space is very limited now, with Borders in bankruptcy and Barnes and Noble closing some stores. There's a lot of competition for shelf space.
That's the
Not
first
many
I've heard of
people
that,
get it.
by the way, that they're in bankruptcy. I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yep.
Well, speaking of restaurants,
Yes.
I actually emailed you and I said, do you have any that are available right now so people can kind of get an idea of what you're talking about with this book when you're looking?
Absolutely, I do. But before we go to that topic, Donna, just quickly pick a card, because remember, we've got to pick our winner from the Cisco Food Show to come on the show.
Yes. Oh, let me just remind the listeners really quick. The big food show, the Cisco show this year, was just a couple weekends ago. Weeks ago. And We Sell Restaurants had a booth there, and we were all hanging out, and they had a fishbowl, and they said, for anybody that drops their business card in the fishbowl, we will pick it out on air, which we're doing right now, and you get to come on and have a walk-on interview right here live on the show. So here is Robin with all of the business cards.
Donna,
Right.
don't look.
I'm not looking. We got cameras proving it that I'm not looking. This one.
Okay.
Who is this?
J.R. Crickets.
The Tavern. Frederica Jones is the general manager. Oh my gosh, the Tavern at J.R. Crickets. There we go. Well,
Okay. We'll give her a call and tell her that you'll be in touch with her.
apparently she's going to be coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
And just to follow up on your point then about some of the restaurants that we have for sale, I just listed this week a fabulous restaurant in Lawrenceville. I think the headline on this is "Get your pizza hot and your beer ice cold." It's
That's
one
a
of
good one.
those kinds of places where you
More
just...
pizza.
Yes. It hasn't been open very long. It's really a sacrifice sale.
Really?
Fabulous opportunity, just because the fellow owning it has another job offer. $25,000.
For the restaurant?
For the restaurant. Fully equipped, ready to go. 2 hoods, pizza ovens. It's fabulous. Then another one.
That's shocking.
Is
it small?
No, it's big. It's like 3,000 square feet and a full bar.
And it's for $25,000 for sale.
Yes. $25,000.
Wow. I hope you guys are listening out there.
Yes.
Okay.
And then for those who love those franchise opportunities,
Yeah.
I have one of the top 10 sales and earnings producing Quiznos in the state for sale.
Okay.
Netting over $80,000 on the books, $175,000, and Quiznos will do financing on that for you. So that's a great opportunity. And then I have a Thai restaurant in Decatur, and everybody always wants to be into Decatur. That's like a hot
I was
spot.
just about to say that. You put the words right in my mouth. Decatur is really just booming with the restaurant industry right now.
People love it. And I
Downtown
love it too.
Decatur, love it.
It's a cool place to go. And I know you like to get out in your high heels and teeter along the sidewalks of these small little communities.
She has gotten to know me very well.
Yeah. And we have a Thai restaurant there. Can't say which one, but $39,995. So if you want to be in Decatur, that's worth buying out someone's assets, even if you want to do a concept change.
Right, that's a really good point, actually.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think when they're buying, they don't think like that outside the box sometimes. So it's good to hear you say that and let them know.
Exactly.
And they can get all of this information on your website with 1,000 other listings that you have.
Absolutely. We have like 115 listings right now online at WeSellRestaurants.com. You can find information on our blog. We're always blogging about the things that we sold, which last week we sold a new location to Dessert de France, which is a fabulous location in Marietta. And we're also on Twitter at Sell Restaurants, and you can see our videos from this week, from each week's show, uploaded on our blog.
Because we're surrounded by cameras here in the radio studio. And Noel, thank you so much for coming on the show, by the way.
I appreciate you having me.
And tell us just really quick, for anybody out there that was listening that would be interested in coming to the workshop, can you just throw out the basic information where they can get in,
Sure.
they can get information?
If they will go to the website, you can simply put in Authorship 101 or 201, and that should take you to the site where you register, or go to www.anvilpub.com or .net, either one, and that will also take you to the spring seminars pages.
Interesting. That's really neat. And congratulations, Robin, again.
Thank you so much.
On your book. And Eric Gagnon out there, we will see you next week.
I hope he's winning.
And we've got to go to a commercial break. As soon as we come back, I'm wrapping up the show with one big giveaway. Get those phones ready. You're listening to The Donna Show.